When Mike Trout speaks, we all listen, and he just had some comments about Shohei Ohtani. If you don't remember, Ohtani will be a free agent after this upcoming season, so Mike Trout, he's doing everything in his power to get Ohtani to stay. Also, the Angels behind the scenes keep on getting better and better. We'll talk about their newest free agent signing. We have Jacob deGrom, an update on his injury, as well as Robert Manfred. He's not happy with the Reds owner. He was actually pretty pissed. Now, before we get into all of that, look at this graphic right here. So MLB is ranking the top 100 players going into 2023. They have Kyle Schwarber at 43 or 44, I don't remember. Not that I have an issue with Kyle Schwarber as a person. I just don't think that he's a top 50 player, considering he's only really good at hitting home runs. That's just my opinion. But then when you show this right here, Kyle Schwarber's teammate Aaron Nola is ranked 79. Kyle Schwarber, in my opinion, love the guy. He's great. He won us all tacos in the World Series. He's an American hero, but the guy is not even a top 5 player on his own team. You go Harper, Trey Turner, JT Realmuto, Zach Wheeler, and Aaron Nola. I don't understand this list at all, and once the full top 100 is out, we're going to react to it because wow. So like I mentioned, the Angels, they keep on adding pieces. They picked up lefty Matt Moore. So if we take a look at his stats, hold on. Surprisingly, Matt Moore was one of the most valuable and productive left-handed relievers in all of Major League Baseball last year. He had an almost 2.5 WAR on Baseball Reference. He had a 1.95 ERA and a 10.1 strikeouts per 9. That is 83 strikeouts in 74 innings. Matt Moore was on top of his game, which was kind of surprising because he didn't play at all in 2020. In 2021, he had a 6.5 ERA with the Phillies. So I thought that Matt Moore, the project, it's going to be finished. He's no longer going to have a chance at playing professional baseball, and then he shocked everyone, including me. I was a big-time Matt Moore doubter. He has a 1.95 ERA. He completely shocks everyone, and now he's getting a bag in 2023 to play for a pretty improved Angels team. I'm going to go ahead and knock on wood because anytime we say something nice about the Angels, they fold in on themselves like a picnic table, but Carlos Estevez, he's brand new to the bullpen. They have Ryan Tepera and Aaron Loup coming back. They added Matt Moore. I really feel like this bullpen can be much improved in 2023. We know that their rotation is better as well, with Shohei Ohtani as their ace, Tyler Anderson, Patrick Sandoval, very underrated, Jose Suarez, Reed Detmers, and then the offense, when you're adding in guys like Hunter Renfroe, Brandon Drury, Logan O'Hoppe is going to be pretty good behind the dish, in my opinion. Jared Walsh, he had successful thoracic outlet syndrome surgery, so he should be healthy going forward. Anthony Rendon is reportedly healthy. Taylor Ward and Luis Rengifo, they broke out. I haven't even mentioned Gio Urshela. I just don't see Joe Adell or what's his name, Mickey Moniak, the former first-round draft pick. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with those two young guys. Maybe they get shipped off, but I mean, right now, the Angels on paper are a playoff team, in my opinion. Now, on paper for 2023, the Angels are looking really good, but if they lose Ohtani for 2024 and beyond, that's not going to look good. But Mike Trout, he's trying everything in his power to make sure that doesn't happen.
He's got to do what's right for him and what he feels right. You know, that's all up to him. If he feels that staying in Anaheim is the right move, no, he should do that. You know, he thinks otherwise, it's I'm going to do as much as I can to, you know, try to convince him to stay. So, you know, he's got to really sit down and think about it. It's a big decision for him. It's probably the biggest one of his life. It's a difficult decision because it's for him. You know, it's a different, you know, if he does stay or if he does, you know, I don't even like saying it if he leaves. But, you know, it's going to be different for him, but new atmosphere, new people, new teammates. But, you know, like I said, I'm going to do whatever I can to keep him here.
I know that Mets fans are smirking and evil grinning across America right now because Jacob deGrom, he is injured right now. He has a left side issue. Now, he is saying that it's not a big deal, but Mets fans, they're pretty much saying, Rangers fans, we tried to warn you. He's great when he's healthy, but he's not healthy very often. Now, the thing about Mets fans is they have Kodai Senga, Jose Quintana, Justin Verlander to fill the void left behind by Jacob deGrom, so they're going to be just fine. And by the way, Kodai Senga reportedly is throwing 96 to 97 already in his first few bullpens in spring training. So Jacob, he kind of did the Mets dirty, and whether that was because of some personal things said behind closed doors or he just likes the Rangers better, I'm not sure what happened, but here's Jacob's take on his own injury.
Obviously, what I've been through the past couple of years, I've dealt with some things, and this is very minor. Left side was a little tight. Mentioned that to them. Actually, I was still throwing at home, and then when I got here, they just said, hey, let's take a couple days, knock this all the way out, and then resume. You know, I was able to build a good bulk of throwing at home. I think I got off the mound close to 6 times before I came here, which normally leading into a spring, I would only have been off the mound 2 or 3 times. So I built up a good bulk, and, you know, talking to CY about that and the training staff was, hey, let's make sure this left side goes away. And then, you know, where I was at with my arm, we were comfortable taking a few days.
And then last but not least, Robert Manfred spoke out against the comments made by the Reds owner. I think his name is Phil Castellini or something. Basically, what Mr. Castellini said is that half of the teams in Major League Baseball, their season is over when the season begins because of the fact that there is a huge inequity in terms of revenue and the amount of money that teams make across the game of baseball. The A's, the Reds, the Guardians, people just don't go to those games. And Robert Manfred had something to say about that.
Look, I think that most people who pay attention to our game realize that we do have a disparity issue in the game, both on the revenue side and consequently on the ability to spend on players. I think sometimes in markets that produces frustration that leads to what I regard to be unfortunate comments, not helpful.
Not that I'm on Robert Manfred's side or anything, but I also think those comments don't help. If I was in Robert's shoes at that podium, I would have said 3 simple words: sell the team. If you can't afford to run a professional sports organization, that's fine. The Wilpons, if you don't remember, they own the Mets. They were terrible at their job. Steve Cohen, he comes in, he buys the Mets, and now they are a completely different organization. They have been saved essentially, and you're telling me that the A's and the Rockies and the Reds and the Guardians, they're nearly billionaire owners, can't spend more money? No, you can do that for sure, and if not, sell the team or invest in your team so people actually have a reason to go to the ballpark. There you go, a little rant from Fuzzy. But that does it for today's recap. Make sure you guys subscribe because as I'm recording this video, a story just broke about Corbin Burnes not being happy with the Brewers. He said that the Brewers blamed him, Corbin Burnes, for the Brewers not making the playoffs. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you there.